Hi guys, my name is Jen Adams. I'm the Office Administrator and Leadership Team Chair here at Shepherd's Heart. For today's meditation, I wanted to share with you a writing from Paul Brubaker. He puts out this little article in the back of the BRF Witness, and we get these regularly. You'll find them on a table right outside our church library, and each one is a really good read. You should give it a shot. So in the back of this one, under an article titled The Breadbasket, Brubaker named this one In Quest of Silence. If most of us admitted it, we'd probably say that long periods of silence make us feel awkward and uncomfortable. Yet, in our heart of hearts, we know that silence is the byproduct of being still. And it's an absolute must if we want a deeper intimacy with God. Psalm 46:10 is paramount of our understanding of getting to know God the Almighty better. The psalmist declares, "Be still and know that I am God." And the Living Bible paraphrases that psalm as, "Stand silent, know that I am God." Somehow the Spirit of God reveals himself to us when we choose to shut out noisy distractions, when we sit in contemplative openness to hear his voice. But for those of us who are goal-oriented and task-driven, being still does not necessarily come naturally. If that's you, you have company. When Dan Rather was still a CBS news anchor back in the 90s, one evening he interviewed Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa is the diminutive nun who had devoted her whole life to serving the poor and destitute of Calcutta, India. Rarely at a loss for words, Dan Rather found himself unprepared for this particular interview. As Mother Teresa sat beside the news anchor in a quiet, serene manner, she didn't make his task easier. "When you pray," asks Rather, "what do you say to God?" The 5-foot nun quietly responds, "I don't say anything to God. I listen." So the news anchor thought he'd try another approach. "Well, okay, when God speaks to you, what does he say?" Her unflinching response was, "He doesn't say anything. He listens." Dan Rather was so bewildered he didn't know what to say next. And so Mother Teresa ended the interview with, "And if you don't understand that, I can't explain it to you." Intimacy with God is difficult to explain, but it does begin with seeking out times of silence and solitude. Many times in the New Testament, we see the writers describing Jesus as going away to a lonely place to pray. Not because he was lonely, but because it needed to be Jesus and God. And that's what it needs to be for us and God. And if we're not intentional with that quest, we may gain some knowledge about God without enjoying the benefits of his intimate presence. So make some time this week to spend in silence and solitude with your Creator and listen. Thanks, guys, and God bless.